Freeze makes the save. Rebound, Unique scores.
Here's Diaco on the wing, passing that ahead for Steo. Scoots to the save, but no, it got by him. He couldn't control that loose puck, and the Hamilton Bulldogs, they've extended the lead. It's now 2-0.
On the power play. And a cut to the middle. Broken up, and Duarte will send it deep. Early save for Costantini. Duarte across the line. Stick lifted. Diaco following up. Misfires. Puck stays with him. And kicked away Jackson. Duarte shoots. He scores. A weak clearing attempt by Jackson, and Duarte finds the back of the net. An early goal, 34 seconds into the second period.
Costly turnover. Duarte makes no mistake. It's a toe shot right from the high slot.
A minute gone in the third. Attempting to be opportunistic, and a hand pass will bring a
physical play. And you need contributions down your lineup throughout different parts, you know. There it is coming off, and he just says, no, Wyatt Johnston, I'm not letting you have any of the space that you operate in so very well. Really good play by Mark Duarte.
One of the things that Jay McKee thought he could use to his advantage is the last change in the depth of his lineup.
Mark Duarte, we know he remembers being here in 2018 when Hamilton won the championship. He wants to feel what it is to win a championship as a player. He's had a really good, strong game for Hamilton in this game. Attendance record, 11,779. Eventually boil over. Really well done.
Over 1,000 games in the league for Sean Reed. Well, the referees still in the...
Working the right wing side, plays middle. Mark Duarte gets back for the puck. Oh, Mark Duarte came a long way to get back, too. Great back pressure by Duarte.
In a 5-0 game, too.
Yeah, commitment.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of players that at any level aren't necessarily, you're up 5-0, they're not necessarily going to put that extra jump on the stump.
Forecheck, and so far, the Bulldogs have done that. Nathan Rebo with a punishing hit on Ethan Sims.
The other team coming off a sweep, and can that team coming off the sweep come out with the energy right away? And certainly Rebo with some energy there with a big hit on Ethan Sims, who Hamilton
blockers. Oh. Well, Duarte is the best friend of Ethan Sims, so there may have been a number taken at the Bulldog bench. As Gavin White tosses it into the right corner. Duarte back out high. White drive, and that one wide on the short side.
Second line to work with Ryan Winterton and Mason McTavish.
And this line here with Mishak having Thomas and Duarte, it clicked immediately in Game 4 in North Bay.
I think any line with Mark Duarte is going to click.
It just seems that way. Patrick Thomas, wide left, over to Duarte on the right, and he scores! Mark Duarte, the Hamilton product, makes good here in the third. It's a 3-1 Bulldogs lead. And Josh Curry and Jorian Donovan are getting after it.
No, wait for this to get settled down. It's going to be Duarte's second of the postseason. Hamilton to Hamilton on the connection. Thomas across to Duarte, and we're going to get ourselves Duarte get nice and wide, and he has time to pick that spot and put Hamilton up 3-1 with 9:49 to go here in the third period. A little bit of administrative work to do. Is a great finish there by Duarte, who makes no mistake. 14th round pick in the OHL draft, and here he is playing in an OHL finals.
Just a great pass across to
Back to the line, Mark Duarte plays it around back of the Windsor goal. Duarte's gonna have to chase himself as Maggio gets run into. Duarte steals, plays it out high. Jackeye, his shot, saved by Medina, who comes out to the top of his blue paint.
Great little two-man game there, literally, by Duarte and Jackeye.
Right across to Cooley on the far side.
Draw one back, Holton Kammer, and he'll send it all the way down the rink again.
Kammer just changes the angle a little bit on that ice and to fool the Windsor defenseman on the right side.
Mark Duarte battles in on the right wing half boards. Maggio trying to dig the puck loose. And Duarte keeping it tied up there. Ryan Winterton trying to locate it as Duarte had it in his skates the whole time. Winterton turns, banks it all the way back to Kammer, who backs off and flips it right back down into the Windsor zone.
And off goes Mark Duarte. Job well done.
Yeah, it's the advantage of being a two-sport guy. He's quite the soccer player as well, and lots of strength in those legs.
You scored a big third-period goal. Maybe give us your thoughts. Obviously, coming up short, not something your club's used to.
Yeah, just like Jay said, I think we can do a lot of things better and paying attention to details and not taking a shift off, because when we take a shift off, they capitalized on that. So, yeah, just kind of dialing it in and not taking that shift off and being more disciplined as well. I feel like we got kind of undisciplined for a bit, and they capitalized on that time. So we definitely got to clean that up.
Questions?
Hey, Coach, I'm just wondering if you can provide us with an update on the status of Mason McTavish.
Yeah, we're getting them looked at now. We don't have updates right after on games. Sorry about that.
Mark, it has been a long time since you lost in this building. Is there almost a bit of a shock to the system when you see the puck go in and you go, man, we didn't win this one?
Yeah, it's not the bounce we wanted, but the one game doesn't define us, and it's just going to make us even hungrier, and we're going to bounce back hard next game and really show them what we got. So,
Jay has talked too many times about the question of adversity that I won't ask him.
To Mark Duarte, and he makes no mistake, puts that top shelf over Medina to give the Bulldogs a 3-1 lead here with 9:49 left to go in the third, and a couple penalties that occurred after the goal.
Thomas's, Troy, it's going to be Thomas's 5th assist of the postseason.
And Jory Donovan is one of the combatants in that, is sitting in the penalty box now. And
it's funny, we chatting with Jamie Key before one of the games, and we were asking him about Patrick Thomas, and he says, guys are asking to play with him. And that,
5-hole quite a few of the times. Is that just something that you saw as the play was developing, or is that something that you prepared yourselves for through video and through scouting before this started?
Yeah, so we watched a lot of film on them before the series began, and we realized if we took care of our D zone and did the small things right there, we get a lot of opportunities going odd man rushes the other way, and we did a good job at that at some points of the game, and there's a few times where we had a lot of turnovers entering the zone and not getting it deep as well. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff we could do better, but yeah, that's definitely something we took a look at.
Mark, we're getting that 3-goal lead late in this first period in a series like this where momentum is so huge. How important was that?
No, that was a big period for us. I think we kind of stuck together there, got the puck deep. We stayed disciplined for the most part. We're the third period. We're gonna have to make sure we don't take any dumb penalties, and we played a great period and scored some goals. So it was a good feeling.
And in that game one, after the game media conference, you took a lot of responsibility on your own shoulders for the team. But as a team, what did you guys talk about after that first game?
Just like I said before, we took a lot of dumb penalties in the last game, and we learned the hard way. They scored on the power play, and we let them back in the game. And I think what we talked about a lot was just getting the puck deep and not being selfish and not playing for yourself, but playing for the team. And I feel like if we just get the puck deep, stick to our systems, we won't have a problem in the third.
20 minutes left to go in this one. What do you guys need to do to ice away this Windsor team and head down to Windsor tomorrow?
Just like I said last time again, but we learned last game that if we take dumb penalties and we turn the puck over in the wrong areas, they're going to come back and they're going to score. They got a lot of guys on their team who can score goals, so we got to make sure we lock down our defensive zone, play defense first, and just get that puck deep and defend as a one. So, yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Mark, and we've enjoyed your play all season long, and good luck in this OHL championship.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Laura?
Thanks very much, Troy. Mark Duarte knows what he's talking about. We'll be back with more to talk about him right after this. You're watching the OHL tonight.
Up for O'Flaherty, and Mark Duarte runs into him. Sobolev, the Montreal Canadiens draft pick, steps down the wall. Gets run into by Mark Duarte, but the puck comes out to Maggio. Maggio steps on, blocked on the way through. That was Shirk. Duarte without a stick.
Here in the Eastern Conference Finals. And messages being sent in preparation for Friday night's Game 4.
That's Donovan in there. And it's not his first rodeo. He likes this stuff. Duarte, he's had a scrap already with Grovero, but boys will be boys.
And the OHL tonight on your TV. We'll be back in a moment.
Giordano Biondi now to Ethan Sims with speed across the line. Works wide on the third, throws it out front. Duarte's there. Puck comes off for Bedek's pad. Still loose. And the official lost sight of it. And the faceoff is going to come to the right of Joe Verbetic. Let's take another look at the goal.
Beat you in the alleys, and then they can beat you on the ice as well with speed and skill. And they've had to, particularly towards the end here, has gone 200 feet, making great game-saving plays in his own zone, and then scoring big goals like he did tonight, the first one.
Mark Duarte, without his stick, is just keeping control of the puck in deep in the North Bay zone, kicking it away from both Christopoulos and Mathern. What work from Duarte. Now Biondi pins it in. Duarte's got to go back to Lumber as around back of the net, and that comes off of a body right to Mark Duarte. Duarte up ahead, potential short distance 2-on-1, lays it to Shirk and Duarte is having words for the official as Mike Hamilton was the referee in the area. And Troy, what is Hamilton trying to signal to the Bulldog bench there?
Well, they're saying that Duarte was interfered with and got hit from behind, but the referee is saying it was incidental contact, two players, and we're gonna see it here. See, Duarte was just skating back into, I believe it was
Bulldogs tonight after missing Game 6. Injured something during a goal celebration in Game 5. Key player for Hamilton, and they welcome him back tonight. Duarte turns one in for the Bulldogs. Sobolev works around. DeAngelis on the puck. Duarte nearly stole, locking up and clogging up that net now. Waits on the doorstep. Back to the line. Grushnikov plays it low. Sobolev lost it. Duarte's right there. Hamilton aggressive. They've stolen back the possession a couple of times. Diaco digging. Abraham to Sobolev a third time. He cannot get it out. Look at this forecheck from the Bulldogs, and covering up is Anishka, maybe the smartest move.
Mark Duarte was in the building in 2018 when the Hamilton Bulldogs won the OHL championship. Here he is trying to win a championship of his own. How special is that? There's the body check. He's played hard and heavy along the boards. Puck comes to the front of the net, but you're Mark Duarte. How you try to picture yourself playing for your hometown team. You watch them win a championship, and here you are 4 years later trying to win your own championship. So special. Mark Duarte was sitting in the building in 2018 when the Hamilton Bulldogs won the OHL championship.
Look at this forecheck from the Bulldogs, and covering up is Anishka, maybe the smartest move.
Mark Duarte was sitting in the building in 2018 when the Hamilton Bulldogs won the OHL championship. Here he is trying to win a championship of his own. How special is that? There's the body check. He's played hard and heavy along the boards. Puck comes to the front of the net, but you're Mark Duarte. How you try to picture yourself playing for your hometown team. You watch them win a championship, and here you are 4 years later trying to win your own championship. So special.
Pretty incredible. Nathan Steos and that puck around quickly. George Diaco on the backhand. To Duarte, denied by Anishka. Rebound trickles through the blue paint. About Anishka.
Well, we've seen Matt Anishka again and again and again make the saves, and you know, not all of them are easy. A little play across the crease, no harm there, but Mark Duarte gets right into the spot, quick on the puck, and the right pad kicks out. A real nice save by Matt Anishka.
Off the boards, Maggio. Broken up by Mishak. Here comes Duarte for the Bulldogs. Duarte leaps for Diaco. Shot blocker away. Rebound, Duarte in tight, can't find it. Tavish. Mishak waiting for that puck. Battle right bench. Duarte makes a little lock before he changes. Discreetly. Dogs are 2022 OHL champions. And for the second time in their history will play for the Memorial Cup. The Bulldogs will play for the Memorial Cup in New Brunswick.
the play.
And there's Mark Duarte, the first Hamilton native in the lineup to lift it. Tag up. Puck it's the zone. Here's McTavish. Duarte in front of the net.
This Pasquale Zito. He's had a broken nose, facial cuts. There he is going for the big check. And then the Hamilton player ducks out of it. Makes contact with the top of the boards, and now he's going for a little bit of repairs. He was wearing a
game in this series. It's being taken, and you know what? As an OHL alumni myself, I like to see that because we don't like when the WHL guys get an edge on that and eating the dasher for lunch there.
Yeah, that's
never ideal.
Never ideal. That's a tough one to swallow. But look, if familiar with each other, the animosity is at a high level, and it's leading to a lot of physical play.
Yeah, the animosity is climbing and climbing, and if you've been watching our WHL series between Edmonton and Seattle, you can see the physicality that's taken place there. Well, this series, it's not lagging far behind. Nathan Staios with a big hit on Matthew Maggio. Probably should have been a penalty on Nathan Parrott there, but you can just see any chance you get to bury someone in this game, in this series, it's being taken. And you know what? As an OHL alumni myself, I like to see that because we don't like when the WHL guys get an edge on that and eating the dasher for lunch there.
Yeah, that's
never ideal.
Never ideal. That's a tough one to swallow. But look, if you're seeing where we are in the series, Mark, you mentioned it. Time and space is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller.
Mark Savard wanted to see his team skate, use their skating. He thinks he's got a team. He knows he has a team that's quick and fast. He wanted to see them use it. I think that through the first 12 minutes and a few seconds, he's very happy with that approach.
Shirk and Duarte combine to keep the puck 200 feet away from where Windsor would like it. 3 Spitfires working on Duarte. He's just going to stick right in the middle of that. What an effort from Duarte to the Bulldogs, and he's still battling down there. Mark Duarte.
And Lawson Shirk down the slot. Duarte's there. Just missed wide.
Yeah, that was inches on that far goal
Wakely
post.
centers. Comes off the boards. Mathurin's drive. Blocked by Mark Duarte. Working left to the middle. His shot blockered away by Costantini. Duarte gets underneath a check there. Go. Duarte and Gavreau. 2 Hamilton boys. And they're going rock'em sock'em robots. As, oh boy. They'll both be escorted down their respective tunnels as that heated up in a hurry.
Well, I don't know what happened at the end. I was right at the corner there, and 2 Hamilton boys, Duarte and Govro, had a little bit of a conversation. It took them a while, but they finally got down to it. Govro, unfortunately, had to seek some medical attention. We weren't able to interview him, and we weren't able to get anybody to replace him. That North Bay team, they came down the tunnel, and they were pretty angry.
Relax, but when you're coming in, men down, where do you go from here, guys?
Well, that's an interesting question, Laura, because Govro has been really good for North Bay in the playoffs when he's been called upon, and they can't really afford to be losing more defensemen. They just got Grayson Ladd back. His bodies are flying all over the Hamilton zone. Duarte on McDonald. Arnsby crossing away. Duarte on Arnsby. McDonald comes through, and now we got a pileup. McDonald came through on Sims.
Sequence, Armsby the captain. Armsby the captain.
Back into Yeah, right there.
Yeah, just catch the end of
Down.
that.
Back into this. They need some physicality, and we saw it there that last sequence. And Armsby, the captain, taking matters into his own hands and throwing the body. It went viral there, that last shift.
Enough on it, but DiVincentis with a quality save here, and Gavin White selected in the, you're waiting for this, weren't you? Selected in the...
And now let's see who gets the honors tonight. The hammer is on the rink. Be the hammer. The motto of the Bulldogs in this playoff run. And it looks like it's Hamilton's own Mark Duarte who will wield the sledge. Give her a second. Bulldogs up 2-0 in the series, Norm, and that is becoming something that the team has really gotten into.
Yeah, and every team, you know, we often see this.
Jump up ahead, left side. Has Duarte going to the net. Nice save by DiVincentis.
But a good read there by White to catch Duarte, who goes to the net. Stick on the ice, ready to deflect that pass and right away, and gets it up.
In deep, Duarte in behind the goal is upended by a falling Wakely.
Wakely lost his footing.
Duarte without a stick, bumped by Nelson. Duarte staying up there is being knocked around like a spinning top without his stick.
He had a big set of shoulders on him, Duarte. He didn't knock him down, and he grabs a stick, and he's going to get right back into the forecheck.
Van
Duarte makes no mistake. It's a toe shot right from the high slot area. This is where the turnover, costly turnover here. Jackson overskates it. There's a little bit of a swipe with Petrov. That's not going to clear the zone. And Duarte is posturing right in that high slot area. It's a screenshot. DiVincentis, better tracking skill.
Shirk and loses his edge. And now the puck launched over the glass and out of play.
Great action by the Battalion and the Bulldogs. A great exhibition of Ontario hockey here in North Bay.
Well,
both officials called that one, back one and front one.
Romani working hard, draws a penalty, and that could be the spark North Bay needs to get back into this game.
There's Donovan. You got Donovan in there, and you got Duarte in there.
Duarte throwing a few rapid punches with that right arm. He's a tough customer.
Sure is.
So is Christopoulos.
He went toe-to-toe. Duarte did with Govro in Hamilton. And that's what I mean about the Bulldogs. Let's have a look at the chances. The Bulldogs are getting tougher mentally and physically.
Had the puck taken away from him by Mark Duarte. 2-on-1. He takes the shot. He scores. Mark Duarte, with his second of the season, has tied the game.
Winslow wants to give the goalie the shooter. DiVincentis gets beat.
It down. Continuing on.